Thor unleashes the power of Stormbreaker to overcome any foe, and somehow pull off that ridiculous armor. Welcome back to another Casual Toy review here on my channel. We're talking Marvel stuff in a Batman t-shirt. Oh, I'm a massive contradiction. Today we are looking at another figure from the Thor Love and Thunder Build-A-Figure Korg wave, namely the figure that's just listed as Thor. Though there he is in his very distinct armour that looks awfully familiar to one from the comic books. And we're at the point where I can't quite believe that they've gone, do you know what, let's try and pull it off. But they did it, and I think it looks pretty sweet. Does he make for a good figure though? Well, we're going to have a look at this bad boy, open him up, and see what we think. This is, like the Jane Foster Thor figure before it in this wave, one of my favourite MCU Marvel Legends for a very long time. And not in a, oh, the rest were rubbish. In a, this one and Jane are like a new tier of quality. What do I mean by that? Presence. This figure has got a presence. Articulation is as you would expect, joints in the ankles, double knee joint, swivel in the thigh, movement in the crotch. No waist swivel or waist articulation is put in, but there is a slight rib crunch mixed in with the armour just below his pectoral muscles. Movement in the shoulders, movement in the upper arms, double elbow joints, and movement in the wrists, which is mostly a swivel because they're separate pieces you can take off, and movement in the head, a proper peg and ball joint this time, none of those tricksy double peg joints. Before we go any further, detail. My god, there is a lot to love on this figure, from the golden patterns on the back of the boots filling the main part of his arms and drawing through the chest and the belt, to the different hues of metallic blue that are present on the boots, on the shoulder pads, on the tunic, the chest piece, the collar. I mean, the collar in particular, like the amount of different blues that are being used here, but they all play off together. Then you've got the helmet, which is this beautiful solid gold piece with like the blue painted in. Chris Hemsworth looking a little derpy, but that's mostly just because of the sculpt of the helmet. Without it being in movement, in motion, he does look a bit cross-eyed because of where his eyes are in the eye holes. But obviously, if we saw it in a film, the helmet would rest forward on his face a bit and there'd be a little bit more dimension. I'm not really going to fault that because, again, unless you're up close, it's an impressive looking head sculpt, complete with a mane of sweeping, swooping hair that's blowing off to one side. Could have gone for a more neutral one, but it does allow for a little bit more movement than a draped hairdo, for example, and also allows for some dynamic posing. This is mostly a new build, like a completely new build, apart from a couple of things. The arms from the wrists up to the top of the shoulders seem to be the same arms from the Thor the Dark World and similar Thors, because they are some of the few pieces on this that have the older peg technology. And the gauntlets seem to be the same ones as the one on there on that shelf, but painted differently. Everything else, though, appears to be completely new or sculpted enough that it does not stand out as a piece that we've seen before. Thor comes with a couple of accessories. He comes with a normal splayed left hand and a weapon holding right hand, perfect for holding onto Stormbreaker, which is similar to the later Stormbreaker releases, the smaller, slightly bendier pieces, as opposed to the original Infinity War one that was a chunky boy. He comes with a balled up right fist if you don't want to have him holding Stormbreaker and want him in the middle of a punch up. The red of the cape is magnificent. Magnificent! Magnificent! It's a beautiful, like the Jane figure, Jane Foster's Mighty Thor figure before him. It is a bold red. These two on the shelf, they are going to stick out like sore godly thumbs, and I am here for it. He's the non-Build-A-Figure figure in the wave. You know, they tend to do one now that's like not got any Build-A-Figure parts in case you just want to collect one figure per wave without getting a load of Build-A-Figure parts. And I have seen several pictures on Instagram already of him head swapped with both the Dark World Thor, who's just over there, and Ravager Thor. Oh, spoilers, you'll see him soon. So if you want a helmetless Thor, you can get a helmetless Thor. It's not too much of an issue swapping the heads over from what I have seen. Do I recommend this figure? If you are looking for a Thor figure that's going to stand the heck out on your shelf, yeah, I really do. He is bold, he is big, and he is beautiful. Just for size comparison, here he is next to Icarus from the Eternals wave. Look at that. Thor is huge. And I am so happy with this one. I picked him up from Forbidden Planet, but you can get him online. You can get him from here in the UK, Smith's Toys, online retailers like Kapow, Big Bad Toy Store, Forbidden Planet, Zavvi, places like that. So do keep an eye out for him. Did you find this review helpful? Do you wish you had this Thor? Let me know down in the comments below. Also tell me, do you hope we'll get a Thor based on the look in the trailers with the fur collar and the black armour? Because I would love one of those. That's the only variant of Thor that this doesn't appear to be part of the marketing, but we'll see. Maybe it'll show up in the merchandise later. If you'd like to buy a toy for me to review and get a shout out and thank you from me in the video, Amazon wishlist link is in the description, as is my PayPal link if you want to fund future toy reviews. Leave a note for what you'd like to put the money towards. Of course, no obligation to do that whatsoever. You can help me out for free by clicking like on this video. I'll see you soon for more Thor, Love and Thunder and Marvel Legends goodness. Till next time, stay Thor. That's not a... It's probably what you'd say though, let's be honest.